Sup, you bunch of nerds. Yeah, I wasn't able to get I couldn't think of any good pictures to put on the television behind me, so, guess that's not going to be a thing this time. So yeah, for those of you who follow on the Tumblr down below, which is the thing that I am most active on, I am on there all the time. Send out messages on there, just generally use it like a regular Tumblr blog because why not? Yeah, so that is something that I'm on all the time. If you aren't following that, I highly suggest you go and follow that so you can get updates on possibly when new videos are coming out, especially with this being my spring break. I have lots of free time on my hands. So yeah, go follow that down below. At least I highly suggest you do. The link is down there. Okay, so it has been a while since I've done a proper sit down and talk I always sit down and talk to a camera, obviously, but it's never really scripted. It's been a while since it's been like a scripted thing, I'm not typically using it just to say, hey, I have a message to give you guys. It's typically I just go, I kind of wing it, which isn't a bad thing, always, but sometimes it leads to me rambling a little bit, and I don't want this to ramble a lot. I want this to really get to the point. So, if this seems less rambly, it's because I have my script right here. Beautiful pink tablet. So, let's get started with this. So, if you can read, you probably know what this video is going to be about. And if you can't read, I'm sorry. Reading's great. I'm sorry if you can't read. But, okay, yeah, I really wanted to talk about, first and foremost, the first part of this video is going to be about channel goals. That's, like, things I want to do with this channel from now into the future. I haven't really I've kind of done things like this where it's like, hey, I want to start doing things like this on this channel, but I've never really said, okay, this is what's going to happen, this is what, this is the plan. This is the official plan. That was the plan. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Okay. But yeah, there's a really good reason for that. And that's because for the longest time, I had no idea what this channel was going to be about. For those of you who remember the Dark Ages, way back, very beginning of the channel, well, that was a thing that happened. We're not gonna talk about that. But, then I kind of went on a really long hiatus. Like, if you've been here since the beginning, I went on a really, really long hiatus of just not making any videos, not talking about this channel, nothing. I didn't do anything with this channel for, like, probably a good 6 to 9 months. I don't even remember how long it was. It was probably longer than that. But that's because I really just stopped being interested in doing what the channel was doing at that time. I wanted to do something new. But I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of left for a little while to try and figure that out. Then I, came back and I started doing some stuff. That was the, I checked earlier today, that was the video where it's, hey, I just got this mic set, so I'm going to do things where I talk into this mic, have a picture over it, really basic stuff like that. That format obviously was the one that we currently use, no face, zero face from me, but yeah, no, that obviously didn't work out very well. I did a few things like that. Then I did the Pride video. That was really fun. And I tried to do a news thing for a little while, but that didn't work out. There are a lot of things that I've tried on the channel that really didn't work out for one way or another. I'm not saying the Pride video didn't work out. The Pride video is an outlier. I'm actually really proud of how the Pride video turned out. Like, to this day, I'm still I'm shocked and amazed at how well that turned out and what an amazing reception that got. That was another video where I sat down and I scripted it out and talked to the camera, So, yeah. So that's kind of what this is, but it's not talking about Pride. It's more talking about, instead of talking about something that happened, it's talking about something that I want to happen. Okay, so, yeah, I think I've finally landed, though, on what this channel is, and if I keep looking down, remember I have my script right here. What I really want this channel to be is a place where I can express myself, a place where I can showcase the amazing people that I am constantly surrounded with and all their fantastic talents. And honestly, it's a channel that I want to have fun with. You know, in all honesty, yes, this means that this channel will be a clusterfuck sometimes. But a good clusterfuck, if that makes any sense. You know, it's gonna hopefully have some music, some writing, some visual art. You know, it's gonna be a really creative place where I express myself, I get together other creative types, we express ourselves. It's gonna be, hopefully, a fun place. But it's also going to be a place where I can sit down and be like, okay, we need to talk about something. And then we talk about an issue that has really been bothering me. We get to, and, you know, we talk about possible solutions. I know I haven't done anything really like that yet, other than the problem that we had, you know, the YouTube is over thing that I kind of was like, yo, this is a problem that we need to help try and fix. But, you know, I don't really do that a lot because there aren't many things that affect me that deeply. But I think I don't want to say as I'm getting older because I'm 15, I'm nowhere near old yet. But, you know, as I'm getting older, I guess, you know, as life progresses, there are more and more things that are starting to impact me more directly. Because I'm not being, you know, it's you know, this is what real life is. Which sounds like it sounds like something I've just discovered. It's really not, I promise. But that's kind of why I might throw in the occasional video of, okay, this is a problem and we need to try and discuss things to try and find solutions. It won't be a common thing. I'm not gonna, this is really just, most of it is going to be the creative fun type, but there is a very strong possibility that there will be an occasional serious video. I'm sorry, it will be. Okay, so, yeah, you know, it's gonna be the kind of channel that I would want to run. So it's a good thing that I'm the one running it. That's a really stupid joke. Okay, so, now, I don't really 100% know what I'm going to do with the music aspect yet. There might be things where I'm playing a piece of music. There might be things where I'm composing a piece of music. I don't really know yet. I don't really know for the writing thing yet either. But I do have an idea for the visual art. So as most of you people probably know, I am currently running the channel icon contest. That is still open. The email is still down below. The email will actually be down below from now on. That is my business email down below. You can send in any business inquiries down below. If you have a more personal thing, I would prefer you send that over to more either a DM through Instagram or message me on Tumblr if it's a more personal thing. But for like business stuff or like submissions in a contest, the best place to put it is the best thing to do is send it to the email address. That way I can, you know, better sort out where I want everything to go. You know, hey, this is, you know, actual business, this is a contest, you know, things like that. So yeah, that is still going on down below, but if you remember from when I originally talked about it, I said that I would want to, one of the things I wanted to do when the icon, with whatever icon whichever submission won, sorry, hold on, my throat's been bothering me all day. So yeah, I had said that whichever icon won, I would put that on some merch and sell it on something like Redbubble. I actually really like Redbubble, so it's most likely going to be that because I haven't heard actually anything too terribly bad with it, and the system that they have set up seems really nice and easy and simple. You know, hey, you just put the logo on these templates, we have a base price, and then you can set the price higher if you want to make a certain amount of profit, which I really don't care that much about profit, so prices won't be too terribly. There will be some profit, of course. but that's mostly for the artists that are helping me with this, you know. But like, you know, they have their base price, this is what it costs to produce it, and then you can set a higher, you can adjust the price to add profit, but nothing can go below the base price. Which is a really cool thing. I really like that system, and they do it really well where you can, when it comes to you getting your money, where you can either have a PayPal account or a direct deposit. This sounds like it's a sponsor of, hey, go do this thing, you know, go start selling stuff on Redbubble. It's not, but I also really like Redbubble, and I am absolutely amazed at all the amazing art that they have on there, and I, for one, once I actually start getting paid, I will, for one, will definitely be buying a few things off of Redbubble. So yeah, but you know, like, I really want to have some really cool merch, and there are definite, I want to say right now, the reason that I thought of this was a video down below was actually a Q&A with a smaller YouTuber that I really enjoy watching. He's a really cool person. I highly suggest it, especially if you are interested in LGBTQ plus issues. I can't speak today. If you're interested in stuff like that, I highly suggest it. But he started coming up with some really cool merch, and that made me think, hey, I actually want to, like, I had been thinking of doing some merch for a while, but I'd never made a video saying, hey, if you want to send in a design to the email down below, once I have the Redbubble all set up, or even if you want to start doing it now and I'll add you to like a queue, if you want to send in merch to be sold on the Redbubble page that I set up whenever I set that up, then please, by all means, do. If I like it, then I will send you an email back saying this, you know, this is really cool. You know, I will definitely add this onto the list of things to start selling, because I don't want to sell to, we'll get to, after I explain this, we'll get to paying stuff. You know, I don't want to sound too rambly, but I promise, this part of the video is almost over, and then we'll get to the other part. You know, send in a submission, like, hey, this is something I wanted to send in, maybe put this on Redbubble, which sounds really weird. It's like I'm demanding, hey, can you send this in? Basically, if any of you know what For Human Peoples was, it was something that SourceFed used to do. I don't know if they still do it with all the issues they've been having. But if you remember what For Human Peoples was, it was basically people would send in designs, and then there would be, like, you know, and then the designs would be put up onto their merch site, and then a portion of the profits were shared with the original artist. It was a really good system that I always, whenever I watch older Philip DeFranco videos, and he brings up the way that the system works, I'm always like, that is a fantastic system for selling merch. I do not think that it should just be, hey, send me a design, I'll put it on some merch, and I'll keep all the profit. I don't think that's nice to do at all, especially because I know a lot of you guys make money off of commissions. How it would probably be set up is, you know, how I have it imagined set up right now, this might change, is 50% of the profit goes to me, 50% goes to the artist, and we discuss together what we think the price should be set at, depending on what kind of design it is. You know, a simpler design will have a lesser price, a more intricate design might have a higher price, something like that. And I would roll out the design to a bunch of different kinds of merch, not just t-shirts, hoodies, you know, they have mugs, they have posters, they have all sorts of cool stuff that I really want to, it's stuff that I would want YouTubers to sell, you know. And I have a lot of really great ideas on my own for merch, but I also think that it'd be really cool if you guys were like, hey, I like this channel, let me send in some merch, you know, we'll talk this out, you know. We don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this. This video is actually already about as long right now as I wanted the whole video to be, and I still need to talk about the Q&A. So, yeah, by all means, please send in any submission to the channel icon challenge, competition, whatever you want to call it. I already have in one submission. I already have in two people who say that they're working on submissions, and honestly, I think this is a really cool system that is set up so, you know, let me know. So yeah, let's get on to the second part of this video. Let's go. That was so weird. Why did I do that? Oh, I'm terrible at transitions. Okay, so, Q&A time. Well, this isn't the Q&A, this is just like saying, hey, if you for some reason don't know how a YouTube Q&A video works, or, you know, this is kind of how I want mine to be set up at the very least. You know, it's not too complex. It's basically, I have wanted to do a Q&A video for a really long time. You know, I've always seen a bunch of, like, YouTubers who will do Q&A videos, and I'm like, that's really cool, and that is exactly the kind of, that's something I want to do, because I want to share my interest with you guys, and I think doing that will really help open doors for stuff like this. So, basically, you know, I've got a lot of time right now because of spring break. My spring break, the last day of my spring break is next Monday, although I don't actually have next Monday open. I have things going on next Monday. I don't have any time between Saturday and next Monday, which means no video on Sunday. I'm sorry, I'm going to try and release some more videos throughout this week. Rambling, I know again. Let me get back to this. But yeah, I've wanted to do a Q&A video for a while, but I had no idea really how to do it, because, you know, if you haven't noticed, my comment sections are typically more dead than I occasionally wish I was, which is a terrible thing to joke about, but it's only okay for me to joke about because it's true. I need help. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, you know, I've thought, you know, how am I going to do this? No one ever uses the comment section, even when I mention it, like, hey, put stuff down in the comment section. No one really ever does stuff like that. Like, there are a few comments, definitely, but there's really not that much. Which, it's okay. It's a small audience. I wouldn't expect everyone to go and put down a comment at the bottom of every video. Trust me, that would be incredibly unreasonable to expect from everyone. 100%, trust me, it's fine. But it really isn't an ideal way to set up to get questions for a Q&A video. So, but then I realized, you know, hey, my preferred social media has a ask feature already on it, where you can, you know, you send in questions. They can address it, you know, right there. You can even send it in anonymously if you want. And if at this point you don't know what I'm talking about Tumblr. Because I wear a flannel and glasses and a rainbow pride bracelet every day, my preferred social media is obviously Tumblr. It'd either be that or Grindr, and I'm 15. Not like that stopped everyone, but I have some good morals somewhere buried deep inside me. So yeah, that's a weird tangent that not all of you will get. It's fine. So yeah, but no. I also know that a lot of people like to send in things like this over, you know, Twitter. I actually don't have a Twitter account set up. I don't have a personal Twitter account. I don't really see a need to have one, so I don't really think I'll set one up for this, in all honesty. But I think you can send in, send in a Tumblr ask, or you can also message me on Instagram if you want to send in a question. Just have, like, a message saying, like, you know, for YouTube video, YouTube Q&A, something like that, so I'll know exactly what it's for, and I will, you know, I'll message you back. If you leave your account name on Tumblr, or if you message me on Instagram, I'll message you back whether or not I'm going to add the video or not, put it in the video or not. If you do it anonymously, I guess you'll just have to wait and see. Woo, spooky. I don't know, why am I like this? So yeah, this is, like I said, this is something I've really wanted to do for a while now, and I think I finally have an audience base built up that will actually be able to do things like this, because until a while ago, I had I don't have a huge audience base right now, obviously, you know, not 60 million, but, you know, I have a pretty good sized audience base for something like what I do, where I post videos pretty regularly, although I'll have gaps. I don't post super eye-catchy videos. I'm a nerd who talks about books and occasionally music and being incredibly homosexual all the time. So, you know, I don't expect to have a huge fan base, even though thinking about it, a lot of huge YouTubers are exactly like that. Shit, why? What the fuck? Okay, off that point, you know, just, I think I finally have an audience now that will send in questions, though. You know, I have a pretty active audience now. Like, when I share videos onto Tumblr, people like it. At least one person every time will like and reblog it, because thank you so much. You literally are the only reason I have. He is the entire reason that my Carry On video blew up, from what I've seen. Like, of course people on my Tumblr saw it, but he helped spread it a lot. Thank you so much for that. You know, people don't really, but like, I think I finally have an audience base that is active and will send in questions for this. So I'm aiming for hopefully about 15. That's not set in stone, obviously. If I don't get 15, I'm not gonna wait 3 years to make a Q&A video. And if I get 30, I'm not gonna, you know, throw out half the questions. I'm gonna answer, won't answer all 30 of them, but I will answer quite a lot. I will answer as many of them as I can without making a video that's an hour long. Because for some reason, that video wasn't that watchable. That video was the best thing I've ever made, man. Okay, I need to go now, though, because I just realized that it's almost 12 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything all day. No, I had a very light breakfast, so I need to go and get some food now. I guess I'll talk to all you guys later, okay? See ya. Bye!